From the studio of WTAP Plus, sit back as we introduce you to some of our area business owners. This is Mid-Ohio Valley Main Street, Small Business Spotlight, with host Stephanie Plant.
Hi, welcome back to the Mid-Ohio Valley Main Street podcast, where I sit down with small businesses in our area. And today, my host is Madison from Scots Landscaping. Welcome, Madison.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much. It's great to be here this morning.
Yeah, thank you for coming out on this cold morning and sitting down with me. I appreciate that. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So today we're going to learn a little bit about the story behind Scots Landscaping. And so we were talking before we came on the podcast, and we've got a lot to share here today in this session. So I understand that you 51 years, we're celebrating 51 years today, or 51 years in 2026 this year.
Yeah, so 2026 is 51 years.
Yeah, so let's talk.
Yeah.
So how did Scots Landscaping come to be?
Yeah, so at the early age of 17, my dad, Scott, started just minor, yard work and helping around in the community where he was living at the time. And from there, with a lot of determination, he flourished into his small business, starting in Belpre, Ohio, and then currently where our location is now in Vienna. So we have been at the Vienna location for over 45 years.
Yeah, 17 years old and starting a business. So has he shared the details behind what it took to go and get a small business started and what that looked like?
Yeah, it took a lot of support. It took a lot of guidance. My grandfather walked alongside of him. My grandfather was big in the grocery business and had a lot of experience in management and just business in general. And he really left that career behind to walk alongside my father in whatever capacity, from a heavy equipment operator to watering in the middle of Vienna, whatever it may be. He was there to help. I know that support alone from his parents, and then my mom, his wife Jamie, it was instrumental. When he started in Belpre, he had really great, loving community support. Belpre is known for that. And Cheryl and Larry Holdren were two instrumental people back then, and even to this day. They are just so special to us. And that's what it's about, is having that support, because when you have a dream and you have people supporting you, it not only gets you there, it makes you want to drive to move beyond that and push further and provide more for your community.
Wow. So that is, for your father at age 17, he grew up in a home where there was small business.
Yeah.
So he had an entrepreneurship at a young age.
Right.
And so did he work in your grandparents' store?
Well, my grandfather was in management for Penny Fair.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So he was in management there, and just through that experience, my grandfather was able to really help my dad understand and just walk alongside him and guide him in those directions where, maybe somebody without that knowledge, it's hard to not know which direction to turn.
Yeah, so he started out, and so fast forward a few years down the road.
Yeah.
How long was it before he had a storefront?
Yeah, so the current location where we're at, it was just a couple years after. I think it was 2 or 3 years after the Belpre location. So we're talking maybe the late 70s, early 80s. He saw a piece of property in Vienna that was for sale, and there was rock all the way to the roadside. And he had a vision to create a beautiful space there, and that's where we've been home for the last 45 years.
Yeah. So let's talk about your mother, because your mother is part of this business as well, and she still works on a day-to-day there. She's there.
Yeah. So my mom is the lead landscape architect, and she runs the landscape portion of the company. And back in the mid 80s, she was getting ready to finish up her landscape architecture degree through WU. And she needed an internship. And so she reached out and signed on with my dad. And from there, they became amazing friends, colleagues, really could support each other well. My dad's knowledge on the business end and the green industry, and then my mom on the landscape design end. It was just a combination of an amazing, not only couple, but amazing business partnership. And from there, it took off, and 37 years they've been married.
What a beautiful story.
Yes.
But the story doesn't just end with your parents, does it?
It doesn't. Back in 2015, I was working at the store, and one of my coworkers that worked in a different area had come in, and it was, I want to say, love at first sight. I met my husband, Caleb, that has been working for my father for 15 years in the marketplace. So our love is founded in a place that we spend every day. We had our engagement pictures there. Our dog comes to work with us. I mean, our whole life is centered around our business. So meeting my husband there, it just, I would have never thought as a kid that I would have basically the same story, like a very similar story to my parents' love story. So I'm just grateful that he wants to work as hard as I do, and he sees my dream. And he also has been just an instrumental part to the landscape portion of our business. He's our landscape production manager, and he works hard. And a lot of people think he works at the marketplace, but he has a full-time job outside of that in the company. But he helps me so much at the marketplace. I literally could not do what I do without my husband, Caleb.
That's such a unique and an amazing story.
Yeah.
I love it. But I want to talk about what a day in a life at Scots Landscapes looks like, because beyond you and your husband and your mother and your father, it expands.
It does.
Family expands. So
yeah, God has blessed us with an amazing family that wants to be a part and has been a part for years. So I touched about my grandfather earlier, Paul. He and his wife, Pat, are both in their late 80s, and they come to work every day. If the doors are open, they want to be there. My grandma helps around the marketplace. She knows everything that's going on in everyone's lives there and wants to just cheer people on and helps run errands. And she's just willing to help out wherever she can. And I think sometimes she's upset if she can't come into work. It's just such a drive to want to be there. And the same goes for my grandfather. He wants to be a part, still, working in our garage, helping wherever he can. If somebody said we need it right now, he would have already been there 10 minutes ago. So they are key to just still being a part of things, and what a blessing to know that we have had them for so many years be a part of this. I know it's instrumental for my father and I both. And my cousin Ryan is our production greenhouse manager. He grows our annuals, our herbs, perennials, so many things. And he has been with the business since he was 14. So we're looking at over 30 years that he's been a part of things. And I couldn't do it without my cousin. I work with him so much, and he is just so supportive on so many levels. He's a breath of fresh air if things are frustrating with just life or whatever it may be, and that's really great. And my other cousin Bill is a landscape designer. He works in the landscape office, and he has also been there for over 30 years. He's willing to help out wherever he can. He has multiple hats that he wears for the company as well. And then just a lot of outside support from other family that has full-time jobs, like my brother-in-law and my sister. They're always willing to help. And my grandma Peg, she'll come by. My mom's mom, she'll even come by and help however she can. So it's just nice to know that people are there and their hearts are there, and they see it as more than just our business, but it's our family's business.
Yes. Okay. So, when we were walking in today, there was a story
Yes,
that was
yeah.
exchanged, and I saw an emotional moment happen.
for sure.
And I would love to know what that's about because I don't. So I want to hear it first here.
Yeah. So we'll rewind a little bit. In September, I was inspired by a beautiful greenhouse in Pennsylvania that was hosting plant bingo events where they would invite people in, and their prizes would be plant accessories, plants, plant gift baskets. And I thought, what a great way to use our space in the winter months, and also a great way to kind of give our community maybe something to look forward to when there's not a whole lot and everything's kind of gray outside. Come inside, look around, all the lush plants, 65 in there. It's beautiful. And so our first bingo launched in January, and we sold out in 6 hours. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. I mean, 6 hours to sell out less than 24 hours felt just so supportive. 25 tickets in 6 hours. Okay, this is amazing. And then fast forward to February, we launched our tickets and we sold out in 45 minutes. And I'm thinking, okay, this couldn't get any better. This is just amazing. I mean, what more could you ask for? I mean, I truly feel like that's a dream within itself. And then last night, our Plant Bingo tickets went live for March, and we sold out in 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes. And I know that seemed crazy to a lot of people. I was dumbfounded. I was on the phone with my mom and sister, and my voice was quivering because I literally had never felt so supported. And I know that sounds silly because it's just an event, but when you have a dream and you're not sure which way it's going to go, and you see that people are supporting you, and then it keeps flooding in, it's overwhelming in a way that, like, how can I do more? Like, I want to do more because of the support. So then after we sold out, I went on and I did a video on social media, and I let our customers know about 45 minutes after we sold out that we'll be doing 2 more in April. So
Wow. It's growing exponentially.
it is.
Yeah, so let's talk. So 11 years ago,
Yeah.
you kind of took the company to a different space, right?
I did.
And it evolved.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah, I always thought I was going to go in healthcare. I have a desire.
Healthcare. What part of healthcare were you going to go in?
I loved the emergency room. I did scribing back in my early years, and I thought for sure I just love medicine. I love helping people. That's my goal, is to help people. I love connection. I love just being there and solving things, and just however I can. So I really had a heart for healthcare, but then beyond that, I realized it wasn't necessarily healthcare. I have a heart for people. I have a heart to want to connect. So, yeah, God definitely guided me in a different direction. As I was graduating Marietta College, I signed on with my dad full time, and I just bought my first house and had bills to pay. So I was working full time for my dad, and the more that I stepped into it, the more I couldn't step out. And it wasn't that I felt tied down. It was that there were connections that had formed that I couldn't walk away from. And there are people that have been instrumental from the very start that still come in, like, weekly, regularly, and that can never go unnoticed. Those are people that we cheer when we see them, because it's like we might not, see the same faces over and over again, but when we do, it's so special to us, for sure. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think, hey, we're here talking about small business, and we know that it takes community for it to be successful.
Right.
So,
and without that community support, I'm nothing. Like, I'm just absolutely nothing. I need that support, and it means so much that people see that there's a vision there, and that they believe in it, that they trust us, and that makes me want to continue to do more. I just want to dive in deeper. What can I provide? What can I do? What can be fun? I want to provide it. Our community deserves it. They pour it into me, and I want to pour it back out.
Yes. So 11 years ago, when you first said, okay, here I am, I'm jumping on board.
Yeah.
What was the first thing you said? Okay, we're going to add this.
Oh, we needed to add beauty. We had a great canvas, but it needed to change. So I think making the environment that we had more beautiful and more homey and cozy, that was the start, to make people feel welcome, to not make it so sterile, to make it less of what felt like just a brick and mortar to more of kind of just an environment that just want to stay and feel cozy.
And so with that became the retail store, correct?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Right. So the retail store, we have always had a garden center, and prior to that, we were more geared towards feed and seed. And with big box stores coming in, just kind of had to reinvent things, the overall draw. So you're not just coming for flowers, you're not just coming for potting soil, you're not coming for a tree. What else are you coming for? While you're here, you can grab your mom a gift with her hanging basket and a card, maybe a pair of earrings, go upstairs, browse the gift loft. Maybe your mom doesn't like flowers, but she would love the opportunity to start something so she could get a gift card and come in. So it's just reinventing things, taking what we had and wanting to expand it to be more of a destination so we could really bring our customers in. And it's not just a one-stop shop, but multiple, where they can really just relax at the same time and just maybe step away from the world. I like to think that the world outside of us is happening, but when we step into our four walls, we can just feel safe and just take a deep breath, allow our lungs to fully expand, and just forget about life outside and just be able to pause and be present.
Yeah. So when you first started this, were there challenges along the way that you were like, okay, and then, can you share a challenge? One of the challenges and how
I think the biggest thing is managing people, learning how to manage people. And it not only staff, but customers and vendors, and learning how to juggle all of that and learning how to do it in a gracious way where you can stand behind policies that your company has, but also be supportive of those roles of the people that you interact with. I really feel like I've grown a lot in that area, and I think the more that we interact with people, the more that we get to expand just the overall business.
Yeah, people really can teach us a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
So starting at 23, managing people and doing the schedule, just learning how to do it all and learning how it all works and building people's strengths and just really building a strong team is also really important.
How many employees do you have today?
I currently have 12 on staff.
Okay.
Some of them are seasonal, so their hours are, reduced right now while they're in school, but they help for events and help on the weekends. And so that's just retail.
That's just retail.
Yeah.
So behind the scenes, what does that look like?
Oh my gosh, we have the most fun team ever. So our team loves each other in a way that I have never seen. We had our kickoff for the new year. It was the beginning of January, I think like the 5th. And I was down in the store. Everyone was up in the ice cream shop. And they were working on a couple icebreakers, and I walked away for a minute to grab a drink, and I came back, and I stood at the threshold of the hallway and just listened to them laugh. And I walked in, and I'm like, this is medicine. Like, this is medicine. And I kind of the four walls, like I just talked about, I really tried to let my team know that I don't want you to leave it at the door, but know that like you're safe here. And I know that our team really is comfortable building each other up, but they're also really comfortable to like move in different areas. So if someone needs help in the marketplace or the greenhouse, our team is so willing to like just help out wherever. They are so creative. We have so many fun things planned and things that they're working on right now. While I'm gone, I'm kind of excited to go back and see all the fun little things that they're working on. And it's just cool to see each of them grow as individuals. They all flourish in different ways, and it's it's cool to know that each of them, without each of them, like, we're missing a puzzle piece. So we're all connected together, and I'm so grateful for them. I'm grateful that they can come to work and have fun. I'm grateful that they can welcome our customers with an open heart and just wanting to be genuine and help however they can. And they come to work and just, they're so energetic. And that is encouraging for me to know that I have a team behind me that comes in with so much great energy and love and compassion, because again, it makes me want to do more. It makes me want to do more for my team. That's a way that I'm also supporting the community, is providing employment as well. And their lives matter to me, and the roofs over their heads and the meals that they feed their families, all of that matters to me.
Yeah, that's really important. And I think that's really the base of what small business means in our community, and why it's so important to support small business.
Yes.
So if somebody is thinking about starting a small business, and they come to you and they say to you, I'm thinking about going down this path of entrepreneurship. What advice would you give them?
I would say is number one is have a strong foundation. My foundation is faith. Whatever yours may be, have a strong foundation. Just know that it's not going to be easy. And it will be easy at times as well. I don't want to say that it's always hard, but small business ownership is not for everyone. It's difficult. It takes a level of dedication that you really have to have a strong foundation, and that also comes with support, making sure that you're supported, making sure that the people around you see your dream and they want to see you succeed in that as well. Having that support really builds a strong foundation as well. I also go for it. If you have a dream and you have that support, and financially you're comfortable to where you can step out, or if you have a lender that is comfortable in helping you step out. We really do have a community that wants to see new things, and wants to encourage, small business owners. I really am. I said it last night in the video that we did, but it is just so humbling to live in a community that is so supportive, that actually values the local business community, the local arts. Not every community has that, and it's something to be cherished here.
Yeah, I once heard, if you have a board of directors, a personal board of directors behind you, kind of think about ahead of time, who does that look like, and who's on those board of directors, and so having that support's important. But so, what's in the future for Scots Landscaping? What's coming up? What can we expect?
Yeah.
What do we have to look forward to?
I almost want to ask what's not coming.
That's yeah.
Our event list and our launches for 2026 are more thought out, and we have been preparing for things for spring for months. We started in November, and I am so excited. So our spring open house is going to be April 18th, and I am really looking forward to showing the community everything that we've been working hard to provide, and I'm just excited to show them what's next. This year looks different. This year I want to be more present in the moment, present in having really big, great events that we can come together. We can highlight local vendors, we can highlight local artists, local music, the music community, and just it's gonna look different. So I'm excited. I really feel like my heart is being stirred in a different direction, and I'm really I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it.
I love your energy. I love your passion. I think it speaks volume.
Thank you.
I am so fortunate to be able to sit down and have this conversation with you today. So we're going to be wrapping this up, but before we do you want to do a little round of rapid fire questions?
Sure.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Beach or desert?
Oh, the desert.
The desert. Okay.
Cactus.
Cactus.
Succulents.
Oh,
yeah.
of course. What was I
Yeah,
thinking?
like I want to go to
What was I-
Joshua's tree. Like, yeah, I would love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, airplane or car ride?
Oh, airplane, especially if it's far away.
Yeah. Okay. Very
Yeah.
good. All right. So, a good book or a run?
Probably a good book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you hesitated on the run. So,
Yeah.
a run or a swim? Run or swim?
Probably a run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I love this. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Well, Madison, it's been a pleasure. I really appreciate having you on the
Yes,
podcast.
thank you so much.
I'm really looking forward to your events this year.
Yes.
So if someone wants to come in and say, "Hey, I saw you on this podcast and I have questions."
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us where we would come to
Yeah.
visit with you.
So that would be Scots Marketplace, and that is 6303 Grand Central Avenue, Vienna, West Virginia. I am everywhere from the greenhouse to the marketplace to our ice cream shop at Sugar Grove. You can find me. If the doors are open, there is almost a 95% chance that I am there.
I was just getting ready to ask what are your hours, but you just said that.
Yeah.
So very
So
good.
I am there. If not, give me a call. Look me up on social media, on our pages. And I would love to connect however it may be, even if it's just connecting as a friend.
I love that, and I look forward to the year coming up for you. And again, thank you for coming on the podcast, and hopefully we'll have the opportunity in the future to sit down and talk some more.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Stephanie.